Hey guys, welcome to Heart to Talk, the podcast. I am your host, Teresa Caesar, and you are listening to episode 41. How you show up in the world is influenced by how your surroundings make you feel. It's a simple known fact that the environment impacts behavior. Your external world is a representation of how you're feeling internally. Did you know that one of the most significant elements in any environment that impacts your feelings, thoughts, emotions, and behaviors are colors? Well, in this episode, you're going to get tips and learn more about how to be intentional in regards to color and purpose when it comes to spaces within your home. I am bringing back Mehnaz Khan, who is a color conscious designer. She is on a mission to spread awareness about the true power of colors. She doesn't aim for a Pinterest-worthy home, but rather an inspiring home. I bring to you my conversation with the color conscious designer. Girl, I am so excited to have you back on the podcast.
How many color psychology people do you know?
One.
I love you and I'm so happy to be back. And the best thing is we come back and we connect from the same points.
You started off as a color psychologist, and now I've seen you evolve and getting really clear on how you're showing up in your gifts and purpose. And now I see that you are really into this conscious design.
You are so right, Teresa. It was a whole journey. I actually started with painting. I was creating art. Art took me into colors, and I'm still doing colors. I still paint, obviously, but that took me into conscious design and understanding the power of my environment. So I appreciate the journey, that it's a whole process. It's not like, why didn't I get it right the first time?
I love that you can honor it and appreciate it. So what does conscious design mean? Your definition.
So it's about being intentional in every single thing you have in your environment, not running after trends, not running after the color of the year. The designers are doing this. Don't start with, what sort of design do you like? Do you like modern? Do you like traditional? Do you like farmhouse? We don't start with that. And honestly, I have no idea what those terms mean because neither do I ask my clients those. It's about you, your personality. So first figuring out who you really are as a person. And when we talk about living an intentional life, every element you bring is intentional and it's a conscious choice. This might sound harsh, people saying that I did this colors because I like it. It's very easy to say this, that I like it. But is it truly who you are, or is it serving your purpose? So I like pasta. I can eat it every day, but it's not good for my health. So you see the difference? It's not about what I'm liking. Is it good for me? And that's where the colors come in. I like this color. I like this design. I like this designer. But is that color right for your space? So
I love that.
Would work with the nutritionist who's going to tell you, the nutritionist doesn't tell you what you like or what you dislike. They tell you what's good for your health and what's going to help you achieve those goals. So that's how color psychology works. I'm not going to tell you you like this or you don't like this. We're going to work in a way to create the design and use colors which are good for you and fulfill the purpose. Sometimes people have this block with a certain color, and it usually turns out that there is some experience they've had in life which they've associated a bad experience with a color, just like you associate music, right? And scent.
Wow.
You associate color. Color is processed in your brain.
I love that. What if an opposite, like for me, Mehnaz, I wanted white when I moved to my place.
Yeah.
All I wanted was white, everything white and soft pink. What does that mean?
So you want to shut down the noise. I remember you were going through a very big transition in your life and lots
transition.
of things were happening. There's so much happening emotionally, physically, mentally, because you have to process so much. So color, you can say it's noise also. So white, too much of white means you're shutting down. And this happens to me also. I wanted to paint my foyer maroon burgundy shade of red. And some days I'm all for it. That's what I want to do. But there are other days that I'm like, no, that's going to be too much. I think I should just do it white. And then one day I sat down and I thought about it. On days when I'm really overwhelmed and a lot is happening with me, with kids, with work, with my spouse, and so much is happening, I want to shut down and I go for the white. But on days where I'm really happy and life is cool, I'm ready for that red because red is that energy, it's vibrant. And
Oh,
this
that's
white is like
fascinating.
clean slate. Every color literally does something different. It depends where you are in life. Like white is your color for now. Perfect. In a different stage of life, it was a different color. Things are going to be different when you get older. Your color is going to change. It's not a visual stimuli. It actually is light, and light enters through your eye, and it's processed in a part of our brain called the hypothalamus. And the hypothalamus is also the part of our brain which governs our entire endocrine system: hormones, body temperature, endocrine system, appetite, feelings, emotions, everything. So the light that enters your eye is going to trigger some other emotion. They're connected. Does that make sense? That
Oh my God. Yeah,
light has
totally.
different wavelengths, right? So depending on the wavelength that entered, your brain processes it. So color is not the property of an object. So it does something to you. And that's why it's like more of an emotional stimuli than just being a visual stimuli.
I love that. So, what are two action steps or maybe even colors that today they can start implementing?
First, you want to start by understanding your purpose. Every room in your house can be different. Now, this is a big interior design thing that you don't want your every room to be disconnected. Like the paint is different, the colors are different. My theory is, why not? Why do we have all of these rooms? A bedroom, a family room, a den, an office, a kitchen. Why do we have all of these rooms if their purpose is not different? What you do in a bedroom is not what you do in an office. What you do in a library is not what you do in a family room. The purpose of your space is different. So the colors are going to be different. So you have to be very clear on the purpose. What is the purpose of my bedroom? The purpose of my bedroom is to help me sleep well at night. It's not about creating a romantic space or a wowing design. Most important thing in my life is my sleep. When I sleep well, I am energetic the next day. I'm a good mother. I can work. My entire family is affected by just my sleep.
Oh,
So
yeah.
for me, sleep is number one. So you get clear on the purpose of your bedroom, get clear on the purpose of your family room, of your office, everything, number one. Then literally write down those words, maybe 3 words. For me, it's like I said, sleeping, unwinding at the end of the day for a bedroom, relaxing. And the third thing is I want to wake up energized in the morning. I don't want to wake up tired in the morning. So now when I have my 3, that was the first step on identifying the purpose. Second step is you literally matching colors to that purpose. So go to my website, go to my Instagram, and my handle on Instagram, my website, everything is Color Conscious Living. You are going to find about these different colors. What shade of blue should I use? What does a light blue mean? What does a dark blue mean? When you really go deep, it changes the meaning. And then you just got to implement. So I have a freebie which tells you what are the questions. And these are literally the 5 questions that I always ask any client. I ask myself about my space before finalizing the colors. And then you just got to buy that paint, buy that color. If you're not ready to paint your walls, there are lots of other ways you can bring color.
Is there like one color that you think that they can implement, let's just say in their bedroom, that to make them feel calm?
So, one thing I want to go through before saying that, like maybe like a disclaimer, would
Yeah.
be that we have divided everybody into 4 personality types. This is just generally across the
Ooh.
platform. Everybody uses that. So, depending on your personality, your color is going to shift. But if I have to say one color that should be in every bedroom, that's going to be a very low intensity blue, a light shade of blue. Why? Let's talk about that also. Let's get some science in there.
Mm,
When you look at the visible spectrum of light, use the rainbow. So it
mm.
starts with the blues and ends with the red. That's the spectrum that we can see. Blue is the shortest wavelength of light, and red is the longest wavelength of light. So that's why red is more energetic. It's not just I'm randomly saying, oh, red is energetic. No, why? Because it is a longer wavelength and it's more intense, whereas blues are shorter wavelength, and that's why they're more relaxing and calming. But again, dark blue is different and a light blue is different. So if you had to do one thing, whether it's painting your walls or just changing your bed sheet or putting artwork on your walls, it's going to be a light blue.
Ooh, thank you for that tip. I'm going to ask you, Mehnaz, per tradition, 3 ending questions that I have specially
Okay.
written out for you. All right, the first one, since you are in the design world, where is your favorite place to shop for your home?
Oh
We
my
all
God.
want to know. We all want to know.
That's a hard one. I'm a different person. You're a different person. Somebody else listening to us is a different person. So our favorite places are going to change because mine is going to be related to my personality, right? And you have a different personality. So that's perfectly normal. I really like things that are unique and different. So many times you find things that are not easily accessible with many of trade accounts. So, but that's since it's not accessible to everyone, let's talk about retail. Williams Sonoma Home really speaks to me.
Ooh.
So, if you're talking about design and furniture and accessories and decor, that really speaks to me.
Thank you for that. All right, the next one. What are 2 conscious design affirmations you have for us? Since I am the affirmation babe,
Yeah.
I love affirmations from everyone in their zone of genius. What would you say they would be if you had 2 to give us today?
I'm going to say be conscious with everything you bring in.
I am conscious with everything I bring into my home.
Yeah.
That's one. And what's the second one?
I believe colors have the power to heal me.
I love that.
This one really worked for me.
Okay.
This was life changing for me. They did heal me. Oh.
All right. My last question for you, Mehnaz. What inspires you?
What inspires me? Nature. All the answers are there. Even for your colors, all the answers are there.
I do hope you enjoyed my conversation with Mehnaz Khan. Remember to visit her website at colorconsciousliving.com for all of her amazing free resources to guide you to make some major progress towards having spaces in your home that supports and nurtures your well-being. Please remember to download this episode and share with all your friends and family. Also, follow me on Instagram and Facebook for updates and interact with me there. Otherwise, I'll be back in 2 weeks.